Okie dokie. So, what I want to talk about today is, well, before I talk about what I want to talk about today, I tore my intercostal muscles, my rib muscles, and it really hurt, and that's why I haven't been uploaded for a few days. So, to the zero people that are watching me, that's why. Yeah, but I'm back to it. Doesn't need to be all pretty just yet. Just gonna upload it, right? And so, that being said, what I want to talk about today, or talk through today, is that idea of being serious, right? Uh, I think you hear the expression a lot growing up. Be serious about this. This is serious, serious, right? You see my face, like, serious, right? What am I doing now? I'm tensing, right? Tense, right? It's this. There's tension implied with being serious, right? It's serious now. You can't laugh, right? So then, what else is serious? Your future's serious. This work is serious work, right? And it's like, I think like a common mistake. So one at least I've made personally is I then imply from a place of anxiety and fear that that tension is part of being serious, right? So when I'm making videos or I'm gonna do some work or when I need to do work that I find important, right? It's serious work, right? I find that work important. I find that work, it's very serious, serious to do the video, serious to do, serious to do that. What happens is because of that tension, right? I get attached, right? Because instead of like holding on to something, right? Holding on to it, I'm seriously holding on to it. Instead of me, picking that. Say if you could just look at anything you do in your life as like, you're just playing around, right? You just pick something up, doing the best you can with it, putting it down, going on to the next task to do. Whether that's like hanging out and just chilling, or like socializing, whether that's getting some business done, maybe that's getting some personal work done, maybe it's being with a client, doing a video, whatever it is, they're kind of different, toys you're picking up and playing with at the time, or different painting, or whatever it is, right? Something you're engaging with, right? Just to make it less abstract, right? Because there's so many different things that go into it. But if I just say, oh, I'm painting this now, I'm painting that now, or I'm playing this guitar, I'm playing this with this, I don't know, this game or something, right? They're just all things where you are concentrating and you're trying to translate your, say, intelligence and your ability to lateral think and be creative into that activity you're doing, whether it's like very abstract or not. It is just something you're doing, right? Now, some things we've deemed more serious than others, and a thing a lot of us do is deem a lot of different things as very serious, right? We get that tension there. So now, say if I'm painting or I'm playing, instead of me playing in the moment and being fun and expressive and actually committing 100%, I'll start being like, it's serious, right? And there's that tension going through it. I think that was why I said in a previous video I couldn't communicate over camera like at all, and I try to avoid it all the time because I made it a lot more serious than it was. Does that mean I want to be like shit? Like, do I want to upload videos to my business account like this, or I'm just sitting in bed talking like this? No, I don't. I want to present a certain image, or I want to get the video across nicely. I want the company to look like it's serious, right? Serious, right? But at the same time, um, I don't want to be tense, right? That's the thing. When you're too tense and you're too serious about it, the tension comes across as more stagnate. It's not as natural. It's not as free. I don't have the ability to think, right? And also that tension kind of, I'd say it taps into your amygdala response to the back of your brain, and it's that kind of like like around the back here, and it's that fight or flight response again, right? Fight, flight, freeze, right? Because it's serious, it's tense. It's like it's important, right? It was the most important thing, life or death, right? So you're pushing towards that. So what about this? I want to just make this video about the fact that you don't need to be tense, right? That's the thing we get conflated, right? Conflate the two, which is something can be important, right? So you can be serious about something without having to be tense, right? And it's important not to get those two mixed together, because if it is serious, if it is something you find important, you want to be as loose and relaxed as possible to give it everything you've got, right? And you don't want to get into that dense tenseness. You want to be in that light flowiness, right? And the biggest example is some of the most serious things on the planet, sports, right? Just you can see the people watched it, cried, and this and that, going crazy, right? From riots. Imagine you're playing that, right? Your whole life, you got hundreds of millions of pounds invested in you and the company you play for, and the team and the fans, hundreds of thousands of people watching you. What do they call it? Flow state. Flow state, not a rigid state, right? It's a flow state. It's something flowy and smooth and easy, and people have this with everything, every type of sport. Maybe with, like, say, friends, maybe like any type of thing, like a sales meeting, right? Just anything you could be flowing it, singing, whatever, right? You can just be flowy in anything. Sometimes you smash out an essay, it's just easy, you love it, right? That being said, I want to start being more conscious about when am I like trolling myself? When am I like fucking myself over? Like, when am I buying too much into the fact that this is serious, right? And if I am buying into the fact it's serious, be like, right, is it important to me? Yeah. How important? Right? Because I feel like one of the things I've done is, in trying to map out, say, a value system, right? The personal philosophy I've been talking about, I took it so seriously, and maybe it was serious at the time. Maybe it was, right. Maybe, I was in a place where I was more just desperate, right, to not be as like anxious and depressed and as energy deprived and as like almost bipolar in terms of my outlook on things. Right, I didn't have any object constancy. I was too swayed by my emotions, whatever. Sure, it's more desperate then, but like part of like kind of that process is like going up and growing up and developing yourself, building yourself, is to let go of certain paradigms. And one of the ones I want to let go of is that it's all serious, right? Because I'm gonna like die. Like, we're all gonna like freaking die, right? At the end of the day, I could get super worked up and super invested in all these different things, right? Like Lord of the Rings for me, the story of that. There's a lot of beauty in the fact that I care about so much about it, and I think it's a story of our time, and a story of how innocence is lost, and the story. So in my opinion, Lord of the Rings, I'll probably do another video on it, but the whole idea of that story is innocence is lost. How do you deal with a loss of innocence, right? You're born into this world, you're a child, it's an innocent place, and then suddenly, the ring comes in, power comes in, temptation comes in. You grow up a bit, you learn about these different things, and it's like, does that corrupt you? You become Gollum, or do you become Frodo, where you have to battle for it anyway? And you have all these little helpers along the way, like Sam, fucking Gandalf, Aragorn, all different parts of yourself in reality that you can use as, part of your fellowship to fight against that loss of innocence and to not become bitter and actually do something good, right? That for me, I'm so passionate about it, but I could be driven to tears, right? If I talked about it enough, I could easily, right? Easily. I watch the Sam Wise Ganji speech every time. I could cry, right? I do cry. That being said, right, where the one where he's with Frodo and they're talking about like, why are we still going, right? That, like, he nearly killed his best friend. He's like, why are we still going? I'll say this on a video. But see, that can make me cry. I care about it loads, but at the same time, I want it to be light. I can take the value from it, but I'm crying over two like midgets destroying a magical ring in a made up film, right? Don't, like, say someone doesn't get that film or doesn't like it or says it's stupid or gay or something, right? Okay, like, yeah, fair enough, like, funny, right? I still take the meaning from it. I don't have to defend or fight for that, right? But same time, take the value, leave the tension, right? When I'm making this video, it's like, oh, I, it's serious now. I need to look cool. I need to, call in my bed with a fucking like a broken rib, like situation, but I'm meant to be someone who doesn't get injured for my job. Great, yeah, I'm very cool, right? But the whole point is like, I could have all these things about what I want to do and how maybe in certain ways where I try to grab that, it's serious that I get good at this, it's serious at that. But that's a paradox. Just was a paradox if you don't understand this, right? The more I kind of like I'm just fucking talking to a camera, just trying to articulate my ideas how I would normally do it, but be congruent to it. It's more about letting go of the tension and letting go of the seriousness, because that's me trying more. That's me doing a better job. If it is something that's important to me, let me treat it less seriously so that I can engage more, which is the paradox and the whole point of this video. That's what I've been building up to, right? You care about things, act from a place where you choose to and not that you have to, right? I'm choosing to do this. I'm very happy I'm doing this, and I'll lose myself in doing it. I don't want to be stuck in my head trying to micromanage. And one of the ways you do that is by making it too serious and you try too much and this and that and the other thing, right? Because everyone can think of stage fright. Everyone can think of when you're nervous for like approval. Say you're going to go meet someone in a job interview that's important, or meet other people in any other thing you think is serious, it's important. Tense, right? If you actually cared about all these things, you'd know that they don't matter anywhere as near as much as you want, and that if you really want to enjoy them, you'll let go of the seriousness of it. And that's something for me is a kind of a new frame I really want to start employing, because I think there's just so many returns on it, and it's so applicable to so much else. This is a longer video. I want to upload it now. Looking forward to getting my back, my muscle strain and whatnot healed up. It went into spasm a couple of days ago. I could barely stand. I went into an acupuncturist yesterday. I looked like Gollum, literally. Like I couldn't stand up, and the whole way there, I was hands on my knees, and I was like 3 foot tall. What going in? It was horrible. But anyway, when I'm back, I'm looking forward to getting into some proper topics, like in like doing the videos. But till then, we got this.